Okay, it's been a while, but welcome back to Low Tier City 4. In my last video, I talked about Hyperflame's monumental upset over ThundeRz, eliminating the Smash and Splash 2 champion at 5th place and helping to ensure that Grand Finals would take place between ThundeRz and Lunchables. Both players have already done the unthinkable today to reach this spot in bracket. Over the course of this top 8, Lunchables ended a 3-set losing streak to ThundeRz with a reverse 3-0 in winners semis, and then a 4-set losing streak against Junebug's Diddy Kong in losers finals to reach Grands at his second major in a row, with only one person left between him and his first national championship. But ThundeRz has also had a historic day already. He defeated Junebug for the first time in winners semis, making good on the potential demonstrated at Final Boss that absolutely demolished the #1 player in the world with a polished punish game and precise movement, mixing in quick shield stops to mitigate Diddy Kong's projectile game. He applied those same strengths in winners finals against Lunchables, who had easily 3-0'd him with Toon Link at the Big Balk to take the set 3-1 and move on to the winner's side of Grand Finals. Now Lunchables has fought his way back to Grands, and with a 1-1 record between the hometown hero and the low-tier warrior, someone will be making Project M history when the dust settles at the end of Low Tier City 4. And so far, the odds are looking good that someone will be Lunchables. He comes out the gate swinging with a 4-stock in Game 1, absolutely refusing to play the game on ThundeRz's terms and taking every opening to the bank with brutal combos. But Game 2 is a lot closer. ThundeRz catches Lunchables in the air with an up air 15 seconds into the game and turns it into a quick 100 damage. As the game goes on, he continues to keep the pressure up, using the small stage to keep Lunchables cornered and building an even bigger lead with a stylish combo into a side B spike. Despite finding himself on the wrong end of a 0-to-death by Lunchables immediately after, ThundeRz is able to take advantage of Lunchables' habit of DIing in on cargo throws near the ledge to find a forward air spike and close out the game off a grab at 30%. For the next two games, Lunchables is able to utilize longer stages and Toon Link's projectile game to bully ThundeRz into the corner and keep him there. He even finds a huge opening on Game 4 by leaving a bomb on the platform above ThundeRz, making it impossible for him to approach safely with a short hop aerial, and a few seconds later, Lunchables has reset the bracket here at Low Tier City 4. Going into their third and final set of the day, Lunchables keeps the same game plan. He throws 17 straight projectiles before using a single normal to approach ThundeRz nearly 30 seconds into the game. And it does help to keep out Donkey Kong to some extent, but every time he makes a mistake, he's getting decimated for it. After 2 minutes of this strategy, Lunchables whips an F smash and gets grabbed by ThundeRz. That 0-to-death is a momentum shift that will ultimately lose him Game 1. But Lunchables is able to shake that off, pulling off a nasty sequence ending in a meteor hitbox on Toon Link's down tilt to take the lead in Game 2 and hold it all the way through the rest of this game and tie the set. The two players trade 0-to-deaths to start Game 3, but Lunchables is still maintaining a lead throughout the game, and shuts down any chance to claw back momentum with yet another crazy combo to bring ThundeRz to his last stock before closing out the game with a 2-stock. With his back against the wall, ThundeRz begins to pull out all the stops. He takes the first stock in just 20 seconds with a double fair spike, and then uses his respawn invincibility a minute later to safely threaten Lunchables' shield, and then kill him for an anti-up B out of shield with 3 more forwarders. From there, the game and the tournament is his. Even on a longer stage in Game 5, ThundeRz starts to weave his way through Lunchables' wall with back airs that convert into grab and other combo starters, and Lunchables just can't adapt quickly enough to this new strategy. ThundeRz takes an early lead and is able to keep it for the rest of the game, until he finds a grab on last stock. And just like in Game 2 of their earlier set, he takes advantage of Lunchables holding in on a cargo up throw to end the tournament with a forward air spike. Just like that, ThundeRz has won his first major. Donkey Kong, that character the best player in the world thought was bottom 5 in the game a little under a year ago, has won his first major. For all the great wins that ThundeRz had between Final Boss and Low Tier City 4, he consistently was losing out to the established top players who were generally seen as being just a tier above him. Players like Junebug, ThundeRz, and Lunchables, who not only had better results than he did over a longer period of time, but also played characters that seemed to absolutely destroy a heavy like DK. But at Low Tier City 4, ThundeRz reign proved the naysayers wrong, and put himself in that highest echelon of PM competitors in emphatic fashion. In doing so, he also denied Lunchables that elusive first place finish for the second week in a row, this time by just one game. Both players put up arguably their best performances so far at Low Tier City 4, picking up wins over opponents they had never beaten in the past. But it would be ThundeRz' reign whose Game 5 victory would put him on the path to becoming the greatest Project M player of all time.